Hello, and welcome to Brooklyn Elected Officials. I'm State Senator Velma Montgomery. I'm joined today by Barnabas Shakur, who is Director of Bed-Stuy's Project Regeneration, and LaShonda Moore, a Rites of Passage participant in Project Regeneration. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. I found out about Project Regeneration. I understand you are actually housed at the Magnolia Tree Earth Center.
Correct.
Which everybody in Bed-Stuy knows Magnolia Tree. But I didn't realize that there was such a very exciting program housed there in addition to what they do. So thank you for coming in. And can you tell us, Barnabas, I'm assuming you are the founder of Project Regeneration. Can you tell us what prompted you to develop this program? And what is it about? What is Project Regeneration?
Project Regeneration, well, our mission, our vision is to eliminate teenage idleness through educational activities, recreation, and partnerships with other organizations. What prompted me to start this organization? In 2000, a friend of mine was arrested and convicted of a crime. He was 19 at the time. He has a life sentence now. So when he was arrested, I started to look at his circumstances and his upbringing and mine, because we came up together, same environment, same Brownsville school, same Bed-Stuy community, same public school, same one mother household, and same two siblings. So everything was the same in the line. So I started to analyze what was different, and the difference I found was where he consistently spent his after school time, and where after the age of about 16, where I consistently began to spend mine, and I was involved in programs, and I was involved. I'm from Bed-Stuy, so you're going to be involved in the black politics, you know. But he was just involved primarily in the black politics, and I believe that whether or not he was innocent or guilty, and although I believe he was innocent of the crime, it was just that he wouldn't have even been calculated if he was in a different environment. So
he would not have been in that place.
Yes, he wouldn't. Yeah,
in order to be involved in anything.
So what I decided to do was create a program for teens like him, where he would have wanted to be involved in. Like, I have a certain mind state, so I could have went to programs that, you know, were iffy, but he couldn't. Even if I invited him, he'll come, he'll go for a day, and then I'll be on the block. So
those programs did not interest him.
They didn't have interesting segments for him. They didn't have a character in which he's used to be involved in after school. Like, he had to be involved in a character like the educational system, because he had to be in school. But after school, no, he wants to have fun. So
when you looked to do something that engaged young people, you were looking for certain types of activities, I presume.
Certain types of activities, and primarily a certain culture. Like, it had to be, like, the culture of our program had to be a culture in which will equal the culture of the block. But we differentiated some of the systems of the community into positive attributes. So we decided we have workshops and physical training, and we have job opportunities, but we mix that with social activities that they love. They can come into our organization and be themselves. They can communicate how they like. They can be free, the same way they would be if they were in the environment of the neighborhood.
So this is sort of a home, away from home, where it's really their place.
Primarily.
It's not
until we kick them out, like, go upstairs. You know.
Yes. So really, your activities must meet some of the particular specific questions that I hear young people asking. They want meaningful involvement. They want fun things that they can really enjoy and appreciate. And they also want to make some money. So does that do all of those things?
We cover all of that. When they come into our organization, they have to take a place. Like, although although it's fun and it's a place that they like to be, when you come to PRG, you have to find something to do, or you can hit the door. And
so everybody's required
everyone.
to take on a responsibility.
Whether they're volunteering, whether they're in a program, and once everything is finished, once the day is finished, then it's playtime. Then they can do what they want, you know, play video games, they can go outside, slap box, whatever it is that they want to do, they can do. They can feel comfortable to do that.
Now, one of the things that we all have problems with, and you say your friend was one of those kinds of young people for whom most of the activities were not interesting. So my question to you is, how is it that you can attract so many young people? How many young people do you have in the program?
Over the course of a year, directly we deal with at least 100 students.
Wow.
Over the course of a
How
year.
do you attract them? How do you attract them? Because it's very hard for young people to stay with a program, especially if it doesn't meet their requirements.
You just keep it to what they know. Like it's not that difficult. We're not fraudulent. Like a lot of organizations that I've been involved in, I can't say all, but some of the organizations have been involved in, their suits. They look a certain way, they speak a certain way. Like these young people, they don't want that. Like after school, it's okay, it's important, and it's valuable. And I see the place that it has in society. But we have to give chunks of everything. So we give the chunks of fun, the chunks of them going into we have a Rites of Passage program. LaShonda here is part of our Rites of Passage program and our Foot Soldiers program, actually. And in the Rites of Passage program, they're required to have workshops throughout the city. So they've been at Rockefeller Center. They've been at the Citizens Committee for New York City. They've been at the nonprofit for teaching entrepreneurship. So they can go in these different environments and see how Wall Street, how 54th and Lexington. They can see how these places respond. They can be there. But when they come to Bed-Stuy, when they come to us, they're in the hood, and they can feel comfortable to be in the hood.
So they go back and forth between
Correct.
the so-called real world
Exactly.
and their own world, which is theirs, and that's important. Now, you mentioned Foot Soldiers. How does that program work? What is that all about?
The Foot Soldiers is a service for homeowners in Bed-Stuy, right? And what we do is we take care of the front of their property. The homeowner wouldn't have to worry about sweeping, trash removal, leaves, snow. They wouldn't have to worry about garbage can, getting ice melt, nothing. We'll take care of that 3 days a week for the entire year, for a month. It depends on what they're interested in. And the trick or the benefit to the Foot Soldier service is a homeowner pays, let's say a homeowner's fee is $50 a month, right? For $50 a month, they no longer have to concern themselves with outside, with their property. You know, that headache of just, I gotta get my teen to do it. Like, your teen don't want to clean for you. Like, his parents don't understand that. They think, I'll get my son or my daughter. No, you won't. You'll have a problem, you'll have a heart attack trying to get them to do that. Yes. Let another teen that wants to do it, do it. And we employ only teens to work this service. So not only are they negating the fact that they have to clean their properties and, you know, giving the responsibility to us, what's next is they're helping teens. They're giving them employment. Like, what will they be doing between 3 and 7 if they weren't working, if they weren't in a program?
So they receive a stipend.
They receive a stipend
for participating in
the program.
How do you raise the money? I mean, how does that work?
Homeowners provide service fees, so that's one way. Okay. Most of our funds come from homeowners first. Individuals second, just giving donations to our program. Okay. Foundations. And that's where our funds. That's our fund cycle.
So the homeowner actually contracts with your
Correct.
Organization, and for that they receive the service for a whole year.
Correct.
And so now, how does it work with the teens? Do they get paid?
Correct.
They get a stipend for doing that.
Correct.
How many young people do you have in this program?
In the Foot Soldiers program right now, currently we probably have about 60 right now.
Wow. Now, so how does a teenager get into the Foot Soldier, become a Foot Soldier? That's in case anybody out there, any teen out there watching us.
They can go to our website, PR-G.org. That's PR-G. Let's not forget the hyphen.
Yes.
PR-G.org. And on the home page, it'll say teenagers, click here. And, you know, it depends on what they want to do within our program. They can get involved. The challenge is we have more teens right now that that seeks to be employed by us than homeowners that want the service. Every 10 homeowners that get our service, we hire another team. So in order for us to hire more teams, more homeowners need to take the initiative to join something. You know, there a quick tangent, but kind of relates. I read an article and it said by the members of the communities, like, what's wrong with the teens? You know,
Yes.
and there was a response to it. There's nothing wrong with the youth. There's nothing wrong with the teens. There's something wrong with the adults. Like, we complain and we say this is that and
Right.
this should be. No, do something. Now we have a service here
Right.
where someone can get involved.
And they can actually benefit as well as supporting teens'
Exactly.
employment. Now,